I am Teacher Rhea. Have you ever wondered what was directly beneath your own feet? Everyone has dug a hole in the ground, but after a few feet of rocks and dirt, the digger retires. Now, what would you think will you discover if you would dig a hole thousands of miles deep? Yes, that's correct. You would discover the different layers of the earth. But how many layers do you think the earth is divided into? In this video discussion, we will delve deeper into that. But before we formally start, let us first have this game entitled Guess the Gibberish. Let me instruct you about the mechanics of the game. You basically just need to guess a word or phrase. The screen will show a figure that makes no sense at all. But each figure represents a letter, and you will need to read it constantly to guess the right phrase or key terms. Are you ready? Can you guess the first gibberish? That's right! The correct answer is crust. How about the second gibberish? That's right! The correct answer is mantle. How about the third and the last gibberish? That's correct. The correct answer is core. Thank you so much for participating, guys. Did you enjoy the activity? So, based on our activity, do you have any idea what this video discussion would be all about? Yes, that's on point. Our topic is all about the layers of the earth.
Anything else, here are our learning objectives which identify the learners will know and be able to do by the end of this video discussion. At the end of the discussion, the learners will be able to first identify the different layer of the earth. Second, describe the thickness of each layer of the earth. And last, cite the importance of knowing the different layer of the earth.
Hello everyone, I am Teacher Arabilla. Did you know that the earth is divided into 3 layers? The crust, the mantle, and the core, which consists of the outer core and the inner core. These layers all play a part in making our world work. On the surface, it is hard and rocky, and underneath, there is a molten flowing magma. Our planet is our home, and the very essence of our existence. It's interesting, right? While we can see deep into the earth, geologists have a variety of neat tricks to create a pictures of our earth layer, just like a kid's jawbreaker. Earth consists of layers that differ in composition and generally get hotter and higher in pressure as you move toward the center of the planet. The layers of the earth are crust, which is 5 to 70 km thick, mantle, which is 2,900 km thick, the outer core is 2,200 km thick, and the inner core, which consists of 1,230 to 1,530 km thick.
Hello everyone, I am Teacher Pat. Since Teacher Bella already taught us the breakdown of the structure of the earth, we will now discover what crust is. The first, outermost layer of the earth is called the crust. The earth's crust is what we walk on every day. The crust can be categorized into 2 parts. These 2 parts are the oceanic crust and the continental crust. Continental crust makes up the land on Earth. It is thicker, which is 35 to 70 km, less dense and mostly made up of the rock granite, whereas the oceanic crust makes up most of the ocean. It is thinner, which is 5 to 7 km, denser and mostly made up of the rock basalt. Together, the oceanic and continental crust make up about 1% of the entire volume of the Earth. The Earth's crust is the most common place for earthquakes or the shaking of the crust due to underground volcanic activity or by shifting of the rock beneath the surface.
I am Teacher Queeny and I will tell you fun facts about Earth crust. Did you know that the oceanic crust, also known as Selma, only makes up 0.099% of the Earth mass? It is the smallest part of the Earth with a depth of 0 to 6 miles, whereas the continental crust or shell is what we stand on and the only layer of the Earth on which we can survive. The depth of the continental crust varies in thickness from 0 to 31 miles. This layer makes up 0.374% of the Earth mass. The only layer on the Earth that scientists can study because they can drill into it. So this is the layer that we know the most about. But how do they study the crust? Well, they watch how waves travel through the Earth called seismic waves, which are caused by earthquakes, eruption, and the movement of tectonic plates. They also watch things like pressure and temperature. Furthermore, they study the waves with machine known as seismograph.
Hello everyone, I am Teacher Criss. The next layer that comes is called the mantle, and here's all the info you need to understand this layer of the Earth. Just below the crust lies the mantle. The mantle is about 2,900 kilometers thick, and amazingly, it makes up about 85% of Earth's weight. Wow! That's one heavy layer. It is made from molten or melted iron, minerals, and other semi-solid rocks that will still flow under pressure. In this layer, the rocks rise. Those clever scientists think that when they rise from the intense heat and then cool down again, they sink back to the core. This movement makes the crust break into plates or different sections. What happens when the crust breaks up into plates? Well, they move and crash into each other, and this causes earthquakes and volcanic eruption. This movement is how new mountains and sea beds are formed. Indeed, that is interesting.
Hello everyone, I am Teacher Jhonamay, and I will tell you all the fun facts about our Earth's mantle. Did you know that Earth's mantle is 2,900 kilometers thick and is broken down into 3 main zones? These are the lithosphere, asthenosphere, and mesosphere. The lithosphere is a bit confusing since it makes up both the lower part of the crust and upper part of the mantle. It is about 100 kilometers thick and consists of the 15 major tectonic plates on Earth. The asthenosphere is where the mantle turns much more fluid and flows, allowing the above-ground tectonic plates to drift across Earth. The deepest part of the mantle is the mesosphere, where temperatures and pressures get so high that the rock becomes more rigid and doesn't flow as easily. Another interesting fact about the Earth's mantle is that olivine, which is also known as peridot when the mineral is gem quality, is the most common mineral in the mantle.
Hello everyone, I am Teacher Mariel. The next layer is the core. This is divided into 2 layers, the inner core and the outer core. The third layer of the Earth is called the outer core. This layer represents about 4% of the Earth's mass, measuring 125 to 188 miles thick. The outer core is the liquid layer surrounding the solid inner core. Without the outer core, our world as we know it would cease to exist. The outer core is responsible for creating the Earth's magnetic field. This magnetic field protects the Earth from solar winds and allows life to exist within the atmosphere. The magnetic field is constantly moving, and this is why the North and the South poles also move. This magnetic field works as protective bubble. Otherwise, the sun's solar winds would destroy our atmosphere. Thus, let's take a moment to say thank you to the outer core.
Hello everyone, I am teacher Jonrie, and now I will discuss to you the final layer of the Earth, which is the inner core. The inner core is the deepest layer on Earth. It is believed that the inner core is a solid ball made mostly of iron and nickel. So scientists believe that during the formation of Earth's billions years ago, our heaviest elements sank to the center and formed in this inner core. The inner core is about 780 miles thick and reaches a temperature of 3000 to 5000 Kelvin. The high pressure and temperature of the inner core does not allow the materials to move, creating a solid ball. The temperature in the inner core is between 4982 degrees and 7204 degrees Celsius. That's seriously hot, just as hot as the surface of the sun. No wonder they can explore here, everyone would fry. So have you ever spilled some boiling water on yourself? Well, if you have, you know it's seriously sore. That water is 100 degrees Celsius. Now, compare that to the inner core. Can you even begin to imagine how hot is it?
Hello everyone, I am teacher Syren, and now we will be summarizing everything that has been discussed by the previous teachers. Indeed, the Earth is not just one big ball that's solid throughout, although it might look that way. But it is made up of different layers, a bit like an onion. Each layer you peel off is made of different things, and they do different things too. And as has been previously said, the Earth is made up of 3 layers. Let's start from the outside and work our way in. The top 3 layer, which is what we stand on, is the crust. Next comes the mantle, and finally the core. Some of these layers are made up of even more layers, and they're always on the move. The Earth is mostly made of rocks and metals. Scientists can't exactly get in a rocket and head right to the middle of the Earth, or the core, so it's difficult to know exactly what's there. But being as clever as they are constantly coming up with new ideas, and as measuring equipment becomes more advanced, and they are constantly learning new things.